Hello, my name is Jack Taylor, and this is Imagine Christmas. We're in part 7 of the series. If you haven't seen the first part, feel free to go back and check out part 1. Today we're talking about Moses. And the Christmas story is all about the baby, right? From Abraham's miracle child to Isaac's miracle twins to Jacob's baker's dozen and even Judah's twins, we've been talking babies in the middle of the chaos of life. Well, 400 years go by since the last baby we've talked about, and there are so many babies born to Jacob's descendants that the Egyptians are terrified, so they enslave the people. And the story of Moses starts off with him being born into an impossible situation. But babies grow up, right? Just like Herod wants to kill the baby Jesus, so Pharaoh tries to kill all the baby boys born to the Hebrew slaves. He's terrified. Well, Moses is hidden and he's found by Pharaoh's daughter and he's raised under Pharaoh's own roof. He's trained in all the wisdom of Egypt and he becomes powerful in word and action. His mother likely is the female Pharaoh Hatshepsut. She succeeded her father. And she may be training him to succeed her. But at 40 years of age, his anger erupts at the wrong time and he murders a slave driver. He has to run for his life. And in the desert, he falls in with some shepherds and he marries and he starts a family. 40 years of dealing with sheep humbles him, humble any of us. God meets him in a burning bush, introduces him as the I Am, and commissions Moses to go rescue the Israelites. Yes, I know you haven't had any encounters with a burning bush, letting you know what you need to do. But maybe you feel like you're in the slave pit, forgotten, alone, wondering if anyone hears your cries for help, feeling like you're just stuck doing the same thing day after day. Maybe you need a rescuer. Well, Moses and his brother Aaron join forces and they tell Pharaoh to let the people go. Now, Pharaoh hasn't clicked with the plan, and so he resists. Why does there always have to be some authority in the way when God gets ready to work? So 10 plagues come. They destroy the religion, they destroy the economy, they destroy the reputation of Egypt. And Moses leads the people out. He takes Joseph's bones with him because Joseph's dying request 400 years earlier was to be buried in the land promised to be the start of the Christmas story. Someone had to get the people back there. One of the wonders of the Christmas story is that it's about a deliverer stepping into the slave pit to free people from their chains. He faces off with the oppressor and he does whatever it takes. He does whatever it takes to let you know that you're not alone, you're not forgotten, and that your prayers are heard. So God meets with his people. He shapes them into a nation, just kind of like you would take gingerbread and form it into a house. He provides, he protects, and now, like kids are promised Christmas presents and have to wait, these wanderers grumble and they complain about the plan. Maybe you've had that happen. Maybe you've done the complaining. Moses starts to feel the pressure of having to deliver these complainers all on his own, and he loses it. God told him to speak to a rock and bring out water, and instead he smashes the rock and says, "Do I have to do everything myself?" He disqualifies himself from leadership, from the plan. And maybe you feel ready to break under the pressure you're facing. Maybe those you're responsible for are not one bit appreciative of what you're trying to do. You and Moses both. Being part of a story that is way bigger than you is hard. Trying to make sure everyone is doing the right thing while you're trying to figure out what the next right thing might be, it can wear on you. Maybe that's the time to pray. One of the things Moses did was to intercede for his people. When God was ready to wipe out the rebels, Moses stepped up. And the Bible says by the end of this process of meeting face to face with God, Moses was the meekest man on the face of the earth. Maybe the key to getting through what you're facing is getting alone face to face with God. having what he has to say, hearing what he has to say, putting it into practice. Now, of course, you could try spending the rest of your life wandering around the wilderness, but I guess you'd never get to Christmas. So let's just keep imagining Christmas together just a little longer. God bless you as you do.